Welcome back to another episode of Boys in the Zone. I am your host, EJ Savage, and today we're going to be talking about that first preseason game. Stock up, stock down for certain players, and let's just jump straight into it. So, Deuce Vaughn, last night, I think that a lot of people saw this coming as far as player personnel guys, draft Twitter, guys that are really honed into just player analysis, knew that this was the skill that he had. Now, the measurables were kind of scary because the only other guy that's really come in this small has been Darren Sproles, and you don't want to compare him to Darren Sproles, even though they both went to K State and they're both similar size, but you don't want to compare him to him without it being warranted. Now, with that being said, he does remind you so much of Darren Sproles. The vision, the ability to hit the hole fast, calculated, make that first defender at the second level miss. Got the juke moves, got the spin moves. Just has such an just such a raw athletic ability to make plays. He's a playmaker, straight up. I'm just super excited for what he has, not only as a runner, but also a pass catcher. Use him in that Lance Dunbar role. Just allow him to get those snaps. He is a difference maker. I'm telling you, allow him to get these opportunities, and you will continue to see it day in, day out, down in, down out. The next guy that I do want to highlight is Isaiah Land, the undrafted free agent out of Florida Atlantic, I believe. Um, Highest pressure rate on the team last night. And it was evident. He has some bend around the edge. He has some speed. His hand tech and his move, his packages need to get better. He needs to gain some strength, but overall, he was very impressive to me. Not working against anybody that's highly touted on the Jags, but overall, I just thought that he was very good in what he was asked to do, bending around that edge and putting pressure on the quarterback. That was evident. That was on full display last night. So I have to shout out him. The next guy, Demarion Overshown. I think that for me, I saw his coverage ability in college. I didn't see that read and react always. It wasn't always evident on film. But last night it was on full display. I think that he hit the hole hard, wasn't afraid to hit people. He showed so much leadership, breaking down the team before the game. Just his ability to be a player that's not afraid to put himself out there as a rookie and put stuff on his shoulders and allow Dan Quinn and all those other defenders to rely on him as that guy that can make a play. I think that Demarvion Overshown really turned a lot of heads last night. Next guy on the list, Wanye Thomas, second year player, undrafted free agent as well. I think out of Georgia Tech. I think that he obviously he had the interception against Trevor Lawrence, but overall in coverage last night, very good. I think that he saw the field well. He covered sideline to sideline. Didn't allow stuff to get over his head. I just thought that he was very impressive, and he's a guy that's going to be pushing for a roster spot possibly. And I know that we have that three-headed monster in the safety room, and then you add Israel Mukwamu as a chess piece. But watch out for Wanye Thomas. He has had a very good camp thus far, and he just solidified another performance that was very good in preseason game one. I think I have to talk about Mozzie. Obviously, there's some talks about him being slow off of the snap. I did see some of those instances, but overall, I thought that he got good push up the middle. He had some tackles there. Needs to get just more consistent in the pass rush department. But overall, he's getting conditioned right now. He has a role on this team, and that is to be a run stuffing big defensive tackle up there in the middle. And I thought that he did that pretty good. But yeah, just needs to stay more consistent. So I did want to highlight him a little bit. Another one of the players that I want to highlight is Jake Ferguson. Tight end one. Honestly, I was scared that the Cowboys were going to do that thing where, hey, we have a high draft pick, and this guy that's kind of unproven. The draft pick gets precedence. He's going to be our starter. Do not do that. Jake Ferguson right now today is a better tight end than Luke Schoonmaker, and I will say that. And you can bookmark this. Come back if it doesn't hold true. Jake Ferguson from year one to year two, his hands have got better. His body control has got better. He high points balls. His route running has looked much improved, and then blocking and practice and training camp, he is a much better blocker. I think that he's primed for a big season. Dak likes to get his tight ends involved. Jake Ferguson, I'm telling you, you better get on the train right now because I'm not gonna say he's Travis Kelsey just because he wears 87, but man, that grab over the middle where he contorted his body and snagged that thing, high pointed it in the air, perfect timing, everything, very reminiscent of Travis Kelsey. So Jake Ferguson had to highlight him. Another guy, Sam Williams, another pass rusher. Sam Williams last year I thought was a very, very good run defender. This year he's showing a little bit more strength. He's showing some more, hand technique. Um, the moves aren't completely all there just yet, but he's getting there. I think that he's gained some strength, and overall, I thought that he was good in the pass rushing department, and he was still very good in the run department last night. Um, Let me scroll up to my notes real quick to see who else I wanted to talk about. Jalen Tolbert. How could I forget Jalen Tolbert? Year one to year two, Jalen Tolbert, they are not the same player. I'm telling you that right now. The work this kid has put in over the offseason, working with Dak, Brandon Cooks, Gallup, everybody at the Dak yard, getting in the playbook with Brian Schottenheimer, Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott. uh, just his understanding of the game is tenfold from year one to year two. He has made that much of an improvement. You can see it in his routes. You can see it in his just veteran savvy and that little push off. He did get called for the offensive pass interference right there, but it wasn't that much. And he pushed off just right at the right time. Went up there, grabbed that ball, got both feet in. Beautiful. That isn't called most weeks in the NFL. So I actually really like that play from him. You saw on the touchdown, looked like he was going to run a hitch route. No, it's a fake. He runs straight up through the middle in the soft zone. Perfect execution from Jalen Tolbert. Just overall, very, very excited for him. And I think that that is it as far as the players that I wanted to highlight. Um, Going down to the stock down players. Brandon Aubrey. I think that him missing that extra point does not bode well for him. He doesn't have that resume. He doesn't have that pedigree of being a player that is not going to miss kicks because he is a rookie. He's from the XFL. They don't know what he is capable of. So this is his time to shine, and he missed that extra point. Just doesn't bode well for him. Point blank, period. The offensive line, especially running with our ones, not really our ones, but the starters for this game. I just did not see a lot of push from them. I saw them kind of getting bullied a little bit in the run game. Um, just didn't look good, quite frankly. And I know that Farniok and I know that Asem Richards did some good. I should probably highlight Asem Richards because he has been playing guard in training camp, and they kind of threw him in at left tackle tonight, and that's what he played in college. So nothing new to him, but I do think that he held his own. I personally would like to keep Asem Richards out there at left tackle, allow him to develop as a tackle first before he fails and you kick him into guard. But overall, I thought that he played pretty well. The other guys, though, and especially though that interior, I thought Farniak was pretty good, but the interior, Josh Ball, Hoffman, and whoever else started, they were not getting enough push. Point blank, period. They got beat off the snap. Their pad level was way too high on some plays. I didn't see a team that had chemistry on that offensive line. So most of those guys were stock down for me. Another stock down person for me would be Malik Davis. I think he had like 9 touches and he only had like 7 yards, zero point 0.8 yards per carry on rushes. Just did not look like he had enough vision. Didn't look like he was calculated enough on kicking it outside quickly. He tried to wait and have patience in there, but the offensive line was not getting any push. Um, I want to see what he has because I know that he has talent and he is a very good runner. After he gets past that initial line and into the second level, but overall I wasn't impressed by Malik Davis, so he would be stocked down for me. I'm trying to think if there's any other players. Um, Overall, I'm not really sure, but um, just overall, the game was a really good effort. There was so much positive to take, very little negative for me. For with playing that many rookies and just having so many second year players in there, you didn't play a lot of your star players. So a lot of positives didn't come away with the W, But overall, a good preseason game. It was fun. It was engaging the entire time. And yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys. Go ahead and leave in the comments your top player from preseason game one. Um, Tuesday, I also am going to go live with a few guys that are diehard fans. If you are interested in that, go ahead and stay tuned on Tuesday night. I believe we're probably going to go live around 8:39. So if you're interested in that, please tune in. And if you liked the video, go ahead and like the video. It is completely free. It only helps my channel grow. And if you are not already, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Boys in the Zone. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys.